one of the most common things I hear is, I've been using this software forever. I don't really like it. I'd like to get out, but I'm stuck with it because my accounting data is in here. And what causes that? A lot of the shop management platforms have cooked in accounting. They have their own accounting functionality. And when you have cooked in accounting, if you want to be able to continue to access that data, like say you get an audit, you got to keep paying them, because you can't get into your account if you don't keep paying them. And so people stay with a platform because they can't get their accounting data out. And that, to me, that's really problematic. And Joe, I think if it's safe to say that when you built SignTracker, your idea was, I don't want to hold anybody hostage with accounting data. QuickBooks already does an amazing job. Why don't we just integrate with QuickBooks Desktop and Online and Enterprise? And you can just take your quote that you created in SignTracker, push a little button that says create invoice, and this map it to all the right places in QuickBooks. It's over there. You can send the payments out of QuickBooks, the way you normally would do it, and everybody's a happy little camper. So I feel like QuickBooks integration is super, super important. And most of the shop management platforms have it, but they don't all do invoice level integrations. Having the actual invoice level integration is actually super important. And I think, to me, that's table stakes. That is a absolute red flag for me if I'm looking at a program and they are going to force me into their accounting system. I don't have the ability to get my quotes and invoices into QuickBooks. That's, for me personally, that's a big turnoff. I don't know how you feel about it.
We built this kind of slow, right? And got a lot of feedback. And we talked to a lot of shops that used QuickBooks and they wanted to continue to use QuickBooks. So it was easier to say, let's not mess up people's accounting systems. And then shops that we talked to that were using software that just you would do a journal entry or whatever, they didn't like it because, like you said, all their accounting was in this other system. And if they ever went to change, like, what do? They have to keep paying for it. So we just decided to build it in a way that you do the quoting, you handle your materials, and all of that in SignTracker, but just with the push of a button, you push that sold contract over to QuickBooks for invoicing, and then it creates an invoice that matches the contract in SignTracker, and from there you can do all your receivables and stuff. So, and then if for some reason, God forbid, you ever decided to leave SignTracker, I hope that never happens. But if you did, it's just a matter of that's it. Once SignTracker shuts off, it won't interfere with anything in QuickBooks at all, ever. So you'd never have to worry about this system messing up your QuickBooks.